Yeah, what's up, community? Super quick intro. Showing off some of my weaponry. Those are the God of War blades. Zoom in right quick. These things are gorgeous. Beautiful, beautiful blades. Got these a long time ago. And they are real, man. They're really, really sharp, so keep them away from kids. And then this is my Legend of Zelda shield with swords. Got this from Twink. Big ups to Tony B. So super cool stuff there. Play that funky intro!
That's crispy.
What is up, Marvel Universe fanatics? It is Ashrock back with another review. This is going to be on the Marvel Universe Mysterio. More Spider-Man villains. About damn time. So let's look at the box art super quickly. There it is. I went British all of a sudden. Marvel's Mysterio. And on the back, you got some more of the characters in the wave. The only character that's not on here is the Captain America, which I will also be reviewing, and the Electro you can see there, which I'll be reviewing. This here is because there's one of my subscribers, Lord Ultron, I think. He's already recommended I review this like twice. And the first time he's like, hey, can you please review Mysterio? And then the second comment, which was in my most previous video, my last video, I think it said, Lord Ultron demands it. So I got terrified. I don't want to mess with Ultron. I really don't. So I'm just going to review it for you guys. Compliments of Lord Ultron. So the Mysterio. So finally some more Spider-Man villains. You know, the Rhino was the last Spider-Man villain I reviewed, and now we have the Mysterio. And this thing is a gem in the Marvel Universe line. Absolutely awesome. So let's start off with the paint apps, and then we'll get to some of the Spider-Man stuff at the end. I have a little bit of rant to do about Spider-Man villains in general for the Marvel Universe. But paint apps, I mean, the main color is green, but this guy has a ton of other just little details with that gold. Really, really gives it a pop. The boots came out super duper nice. Look at that, man. It's a very shiny finish. And then more gold over here, obviously. His cape piece right here. And then the helmet itself, look at that. How cool is that? But the thing that stands out the most, honestly, guys, is this cape. This cape is so well crafted and detailed, and I love the cape itself. I really do. This is the kind of cape I would imagine like on a Magneto figure. You know, one of the most badass villains of all time, and they just couldn't get that damn figure right. Yeah, I'd give him something like this. Why not? You know, or an Age of Apocalypse if they made one. This would be a cool cape to give him. So, awesome cape. And what's great about this cape, guys, actually this piece here pops off. So let me pop that off for you. So this is all one solid piece, okay? So it's not like, it's definitely separate. And then under here, he's sporting a just a regular face. So there it is. And what a lot of people are doing, which I plan on doing as well, is taking the Professor X body, buying a Mysterio, painting this bad boy white, this face white, putting it on the Professor X body, boom, chameleon. So all of a sudden you have a new Marvel Universe villain, or Spider-Man villain, excuse me. The Marvel Universe villain, but you know, another Spider-Man villain. Which, you know what, if Hasbro wants to, if they have some extra heads, why not? Why can't they pull that off? I think that'd be kind of cool. But this here's a separate piece. I went on a little bit of rant there, sorry. But it's really, really nice. I mean, it fades up. The coloring fades up, so it's real light. It's almost like a see-through finish, and then it gets darker and darker and darker throughout the cape. So really, really nice. I'm digging this big time, man. Look at just the craftsmanship, the detail in that cape. I love it. I think this is really, really neat. And, you know, it's a little different, too. You know, you have to put it on like that. And it is a little top-heavy. Boob joke. Insert boob joke here. But nonetheless, really, 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 really nice. I'm digging the paint apps big time, guys. A complete 5 out of 5. I know, we know heads on looking at it, looks kind of simplistic, but this figure stands out, man. When you put him next to your other villains, this one definitely stands out. Articulation. So he is sporting the newer mold. He's got the ball joint hinge up here. Now his cape, because of his cape and his headpiece, it is limited. So you can't necessarily move his head around. I mean, you can a little bit, but you're gonna rely more on his ab crunch and his waist articulation to really rotate him, okay? Because your head is kind of, you know, you can still rotate it, but it's limited because of the cape and all of it being one connected piece. So ball joint here, you got the upper ab crunch, you got the waist articulation, single jointed elbows, rotates at the wrist, upper thigh, upper hinge on the thigh, and then thigh swivel as well, double jointed knees, rotates at the calf, and then he's got the ankle rockers, and it goes up and down. So really, really neat. The head itself is, I believe, sitting on a ball joint hinge. So yeah, you can see that right there. So that's pretty cool. But nonetheless, articulation, I'm going to give him a 4 out of 5. The only thing, if I had any gripe, I'm sorry, did I say 4 out of 5? I'm sorry, 5 out of 5. Articulation, 5 out of 5. The only gripe I have on his articulation, and it's kind of, I guess, with molding, is the hands. They gave him kind of the motorcycle hands, or the weapon hands, whatever you want to call them. I'm not digging that. I was hoping for like maybe an open palm, kind of give it that special effect, where he's you know, maybe utilizing some of his trickery and stuff, and be able to really get him in some cool poses. But you know, when you try to pose him now, it just looks like he's kind of grasping something, or trying to grab something, which is kind of, I don't know. Certain characters you just can't use the same hands, you know what I mean? For Baron Zemo, those hands might be cool. For Thor, they might be good, but for Mysterio, you kind of need like an open palm. You kind of need something to really give it that dynamic, you know, look, if you will. So, but again, small gripe, not going to hold it against them, because this figure is absolutely amazing. Final score is going to be a 5 out of 5. I think, in my personal opinion, this is the gem in the wave. I know some people are really digging the Elektra. Some people are digging the Rhino, the new Captain America. But to me, this is the gem. And it's about time we started getting some Spider-Man villains. If you guys have been watching my videos for a long time, you know that I love Spider-Man villains. He's got such a great rogue gallery. And unfortunately, the Marvel Universe hasn't really utilized much of it. I mean, you had the Green Goblin and Hobgoblin. Those are your 2 Spider-Man villains for a very long time. And the only way you can get Spider-Man villains was through that stupid Spider-Man line, which it wasn't stupid. I mean, they had some great figures. They had, well, not great, but they had a couple cool figures. Like the Rhino wasn't bad at the time. The Venom, the one with the crazy stuff, you know, the ones like all symbiote just kind of exploding all over the place. Symbiote exploding all over. God, that is just so perverted. Maybe that was just perverted in my mind. Whatever. So you had a couple here and there. The Carnage was kind of whack. You know, whatever. And then recently we got the recently we got the, you know, Marvel Universe Kraven, which is an absolutely classic figure. The Rhino, and now this guy here. And my opinion, this is definitely one of the coolest Spider-Man villains. Very unique, very different. And that's what's so cool about Spider-Man villains, is he's got a little bit of everything. I mean, he's got different kinds of villains that come at him, and that's why he has the best villains, I think, in Marvel, period. You know, and yeah, this is definitely a welcome addition. So again, in my opinion, this is the gem. This will cost you $9.99 at the stores if you find them. Pick them up. I highly recommend it. If not, even if you pay $15, $20 online, I still think it's worth it. I really do. And very, very cool figure, man. Just awesome paint apps. This thing is, you know, and you know, going on a little tangent, but I heard a recent interview with Mr. Dave Vonner on, I believe it's marvelicioustoys.com or something like that. They have some really cool stuff there, and it was a good interview. And all these figures that are still coming out, guys, this is all Vonner's work. And if you guys remember my In Vonner We Trust video that I did over a year ago, I predicted that they would use his stuff all the way to the end, pretty much, and they are. They pretty much are. Everything else going forward will not be his. So you can tell a significant difference in quality in paint, articulation, detail, character selection going forward in the Avengers Assembled line. I mean, you'll see it. We will see a decline in greatness. You will. And I'm just glad to be part of these last couple waves here, man. And this one right here is a gem. So I highly, highly recommend it. So there you go. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, remember to laugh every day. You guys have a good one. Peace.